Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's session, we will be discussing about the for loop in RStudio. For loop, it is used to iterate over a list, over a vector or any other object of elements. Let's start with the execution part only, then you will better understand. I am creating a vector by the name numbers is equal to C, in which I am storing some numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, comma 5. All right, then for, let's suppose, x in numbers, curly bracket open, print x. So you can see here it has printed the I have not executed this whole statement. Let's do that. So it is printing, this program is printing only the it is printing the numbers. Fine. Next is count the, if I want to do the counting of numbers of even numbers, like if I say count the number of even numbers, that how many even numbers are there. All right, so for that what we are going to do, again I am going to create a variable number is equal to C bracket 2 comma 3 comma 12 comma 14, sorry, 16 comma 9, 18 comma 9 comma 10 comma 13, like this. So this is done. Now we have to create a variable count in which we will be in which we will be storing the number of even numbers. That in this variable number, how many even numbers are there? Like we can see it manually. 2 is an even number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are total 7 even numbers in this variable. So when I will be writing the code and I'll execute that code, the value of count should be 7. All right. So let's start writing the code. That for I in number bracket starts, if, what is the condition of even numbers? Again it will be like, if it is divisible by 2, then you have to increment the value of count. Count is equal to count plus 1, right? And I'll execute this command. Now after this execution I will write print count. So now see, it has given you the command output as 7, right? Because we counted it manually also, that how many even numbers are there? 7 numbers are there. All right. Now another thing we can use do in for loop is for loop with break statement. Now what we can do in this, again I have this variable, like I'll write down this variable over again here. I'll copy this. Fine. Then after that, for I in number, right, curly bracket start, if I is equal to 5, then break, else print I. So now let's see what will be the output. Now it is saying it has printed all the values where I is not equal, where I is not equal to 5, right? So it has printed all the values because I have not taken any value as 5. Let's suppose if I say I take the value as let's suppose I take it as 12, right? Now if I re-execute this code, it is showing me 2, 3. If I is equal to 12, break हो गया, it will print the number 2 and 3, right? Clear all of you? Because before 12 we had only 2, 3, so it will stop there at 12. It will stop, it will not go to the further values. All right, so this was the for loop with the break statement. Now next is for with next statement. All right. So instead of terminating the loop, you can skip that particular iteration using the next statement. Right. Now again, I will take this vector. I will write it here, execute it. Now I'll copy this. I will edit it over here. Like for I in number, you are going to see if I is divisible when I is divided by 2 and if the remainder is not equal to 0, then what you are going to do, you are going to skip that iteration next and then you are going to print the value of I. So if I re-execute this, now you can see here. So if it is skipping the odd numbers, 2 is not equal to, when 2 divided by 2, it is obviously remainder is 0, so it is going to print 2. If it is not equal to 0, then obviously it is going to skip that particular number and it will jump on to the next iteration. All right. So this was your for loop with the next statement. Next is nested loops. Nested loops. So we can include a for loop inside another for loop. That is what is known as the nested loop. Now consider, like suppose we have two sequence of numbers and we want to print all the combinations where the sum of the numbers in both the sequences even. So for that, let's suppose I am creating a vector S1 in which I have values 1, 2, 3. I have another vector S2 in which I am storing values 1, 2, 3. All right. Now for I in S1, bracket starts, and for J in S2 curly bracket, what we are going to start, if I plus J is divisible by 2, 0 bracket, over here one more bracket. All right, then curly bracket, print paste I comma j, right? And let's see what it is going to say me now. So it is printing the numbers like this, like for I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 1. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 is divided by 2 is 0. Then you are going to print 1 comma 1. Then for again 1 and 2. 1 and 2, 3. 3 by 2 is not equal to 0, so it will not be printed. So it is printing all the combinations of even numbers. Right, 1 plus 1 2 here, 1 plus 2 3, it is not included, 2 plus 1 3, it is not included, 3 plus 3 2 plus 2 1 and 3, and so on. So it is displaying you the output wherein we have created two sequences and both contains numbers 1 2 3, and then we use this nested for loop to create various combinations, and we checked whether the sum of those sequence is even, and if it is even, then we are printing those numbers. All right, so this was about the for loop in RStudio. If you liked my video, if you understood the concept, then please do subscribe to my channel and share my video as much as you can. Thank you.